Hey everybody, welcome back to the South American map. Not going to say the name because I always forget how to pronounce it. How's everybody doing today? Hey Odd Ranch, what's up? Oh, we're not late. I got one clock that says 7:30 or 9:30, the other clock says 9:31. That tells me I'm on time. Hey Green Fin Slayer, what is up? Got Darren with us tonight and Genetic J. Just trying to get this field hammered out before we go tackle some potatoes. Gonna do ourselves a tater harvest tonight. Hey Scott, what's going on? Hey, this is slow going, trying to earn money to do stuff. Even in multiplayer. Of course, in multiplayer, we've bought, you know, multiple harvesters, multiple spreaders, 3 tractors. So our expenses are a little higher than normal. Hey, how you doing, Shepa? And Wiki William, what's up? Little Genetic J is just waiting for me to finish here so he can make one pass with this fertilized spreader. Our thing's got such wide spread on it. Oh, and I tested something today. I confirmed that you can only accept one contract at a time. I had a comment, someone was asking, they basically said you could accept all those contracts at once and then just do them all in order. I think you can only have one at a time. Well, no problem, William. I knew that there was a fair people still doing 17, and like I said in the video, that it's the one map that I kind of really regret never playing. So when I saw it get updated, and then I saw the industry version come out, I was like, oh, I just gotta fire up 17 again and do that video. I was really enjoying it. I'm sure you can tell. And I did find out, if you didn't see in the comments, I did find out that books say you can buy pallets of pallets at the shop to get started. If you want to get started and you know, because down at the sawmill it looked like you needed pallets to do both as inputs for both factories.
I see you did catch a bug in the game, according to ranking.
What's that?
Well, he posted right after you where you were, what was it? Weeding.
Oh, where I commented about his contracts.
Yeah, he said I'll be updated in the next update.
How the weeding price always seemed to be the same as the lease price, so it was a net zero. Oh, look at that. I got credited for finding a bug. I didn't even know it was a bug. Alright, I'm done. Medic.
Right behind you.
So yeah, that might be something to look at and just verify. I haven't fired the game up to verify if that is indeed the case or not. But folks are saying that you can buy pallets at the shop. I didn't think to look until after I got done editing the video. I didn't even think about it.
Now, I would have been more impressed if he would have acknowledged about using our own equipment with leased equipment to do missions.
Oh, yeah, I put that in there. Like pick and choose. I've got a trailer and I got a tractor, so I don't want to. I got two like I'm looking at this potato harvest. Wants to give me the pull behind harvester, two tractors, and a trailer. Well, I already got trailer, right? We got a trailer. I got a trailer and I got two tractors, so I don't want to lease those. So my leasing cost should be lower, because I don't want to lease all that stuff.
Well, I'm going to grab our one tractor and shower and head down there anyway.
All right, field 9. All right, Genetic, we got a JCB up here for you. Field 9, where is that at? Way over here.
Nice.
See how long this takes. It was 12 grand.
Oh, four-wheel steering.
This is the exact same setup that I had to deal with when I did a 3-hour potato harvest. It only gave me 14 grand. Oh, the gauge like on the right? Or the gauges in cab? Which gauges, Scott? Right. What do they flash? Flicker? They not round? Did you try different graphic options settings? I don't know. Alright, here's field 9. We're on. And get to harvest. I need to take these to the bakery.
Keep wanting to look at the lands.
No doubt. I can't come quick enough, can it? Well, I saw a post where basically said getting the editor out was the first priority, and then after that, scripting libraries and information. I think if they changed a decent amount of maybe scripting calls or functions or whatever to make things a little bit more difficult on scripters, at least until there's a reference out there. Oh, okay, so this is on a PS4? I don't know. I would, and is there anything in the Giants forums about it? Respect to the problem? Let's try to see how bad we, mangle this, trying to do it in cab. I want to try to keep the center of the cab on that row of potatoes. It's right in front of us. We are, well, it's odd we're taking this down to the bakery.
You see how far you gotta drive them potatoes to, Genetic?
Oh, let me look. Wow. That's a pretty good shot.
Well, you got the high-speed tractor.
Now, would I be able to start a mission myself being under your farm or not?
No, it's just one at a time. It's the think. You're farm
One
manager, right?
mission per farm?
Yeah, you can try, but I think it's probably going to tell you that it's already a mission. Alright, so when I was trying this, I couldn't pipe out at the same time I was harvesting. I want to pipe out now. Kind of close to being full.
Be nice when I bring Glance out soon.
Oh, and I had a sugar beet harvest with the big Homer. And I noticed if I was unloading and I drove forward, the beets like reacted in flowing sideways. They didn't all flow straight down, they kind of bent backwards.
That's kind of neat. Now, how full does that get your trailer, Genetic?
Not quite a quarter. Yeah, this will hold about 2,500 liters beyond 4 harvester fulls.
I didn't know. No, I didn't, Mike. Downloaded it pretty soon after they released it.
All right, I just confirmed I cannot go out and do my own mission.
I would need to create a farm for you. You can join that farm and do a mission. Yeah.
No, I just figured since we both have big trailers here, it'd take a while that I could go do some fertilizing and bring some extra money in a while. But you just gotta go to a different farm. There's no.
It's not. I could do a farm. Then you could do missions and then transfer the profits over.
Yeah, if you want to try it.
To admin. Here and create a new farm. And let's make him nice and Alright, there you go. Just click on that farm and hit join.
One question, you think I'm going to be able to grab your tractor and fertilizer thing to go do it?
Oh, no. It's everything.
All right, no problem.
Alright, there you go. As farm manager, you'll be able to buy, sell, assume contracts. This is the this is a tractor they gave me. We did a lease, and they gave me the Valtra with narrow wheels, which I assumed was for the harvest, and then they gave us the JCB and the big trailer, which I assumed was for the hauling. Yeah, this thing is pretty large. I expect it would be very heavy. Let's see, which one is this? Is this the S series? Doesn't tell you, does it? Oh, Darren must be having a bunch of stuff warp in with its leasing contract. I get in it. It's a Voltra T series. So if we look in the store, Voltra S
I think this trailer is almost too tall.
T series. So it's 250 horsepower. And what do they say this thing takes? 150. So it's got 100 extra horsepower to it. Did you try to download it recently? What's the error? Does it just give you a depending on if you got it while everyone else was trying to download it, then you probably were maybe seeing some issues. Hey Francois, what's up? Yeah, I thought we would try this in multiplayer and see if it wasn't a little bit quicker. Train. I do like having the animated train through here.
Well, this is going to take a while.
Yeah, it's gonna be fun. There we go. Let you do some harvest if you.
Oh, no, that's okay. You don't have to be nice to me.
Okay. Hey, Jacer, what's up? Well, I did a video on basically what I do. I just have multiple folders and I rename them. There is a
I think I'm losing money. This thing ain't goes 7 miles an hour.
I think there is a mod or a mod managing program out there that works with 19, but I've never tried any of them. I've never used them. For me, copying the folders and renaming the folders works fine for me. Oh, I got crop destruction on, Farmer John. There's just 2 little factors that govern the fact that I'm not doing any destruction. Oh, look at that. One, this potato harvester doesn't seem to destruct crops even with the giant tires on it. And 2, I don't own the field. Since I don't own the field, we're doing a contract. You can drive over the field all day long. Because in 19, you don't have crop destruction unless you own the field. See, if we look up here, that there, crop destruction's on. We don't own the field because we're doing a contract. How is Farmer John doing today? I believe I missed that whole big hunk.
I wouldn't worry about that until the end. Just have to have them.
Yeah, according to oh, what's the what was the guy Darren mentioned earlier? I forget.
Bradkin.
Oh yeah, Radkin. He's the one that, I guess, coded up the contracts. He was the seasons guy. You only need to do 95% of the basically the job for it to call it complete. What's interesting with these harvest jobs is the last 5% of the crop is yours. Once it says a harvest is complete, or contract complete, you can take the rest of that crop and put it in your own silo and keep it, or you can sell it for money. Rather interesting realization.
What bonus?
Yeah, so like Dexdad, he's doing 19 with pigs, but he's doing contracts to harvest crops, food, various food that his pigs need. He's keeping the 5% for his pigs. That's how he's feeding his pigs for a period of time until he has his own crops. Oh, the world of tanks. Not doing so hot tonight. It's not a bad map. Nice red
did a
dirt.
Wheat harvest on field 11 in Ravenport, and got like almost $6 grand off the leftover wheat, off my 5%.
It's pretty good.
And that's in the hard mode. So
It's a nice boat. Yeah, you definitely want to confirm that you've satisfied the contract before you keep the product. Yeah, you do need to I think... I don't know if you need to harvest it all or not. I don't think you even need to harvest it all before it says contract finished. You just need to sell 95% of the field's yield. 15%.
Oh, come on.
I'm not sure, Genetic, if you can put that front piece down on that trail.
Yeah, I did. But I was bumping into the chute.
I mean, I am watching you 10 seconds delayed, but
This trailer is just barely short enough. Hey Chad, what's up? Just doing a big potato harvest. Trying to earn some money. I think this one's going to pay us out 12 grand.
So when you get to the end of the next loop, you'll have enough to finish filling this up.
Alright, and then I'll probably just clean this that I've missed. Dumping.
You've got
Hey.
Darren's tractor and trailer over
Hey Jefferson, what's up? Yeah, if you don't make it back in time. See you. Farm trailer. Well, I don't think they should have gave us such a giant trailer. I mean, I understand they gave us a high capacity trailer for the yield. It's so darn tall. Could have gave us a shorter trailer, I think. Like the Joskin that we have for our farm. That would have been an easier to dump. Let's see, let's keep it between the rows of potato. Let's keep it between these two rows of potato. Oh yeah, after hours. I liked that. Richport also. Thought it would be an interesting start for folks that wanted a pre-set up place. Now, of course, you still have to buy the land, depending on your difficulties level or your play mode. And you know, the way it's separated is part of the main farm is on one plot and part of the main farm is on another plot. I wouldn't say I prefer this one over the other two. I thought this one would work better for multiplayer when it came down to having multiple people having multiple farms, because it's just flatter. Be less issues with people putting down placeable items and messing up. Because unlike a personal save game, in multiplayer, you know, you really don't have that option of of saving, putting something down, and if you don't like it, yeah, doing a restore, or basically closing the game without saving it and opening it back up. Because of the fact that it's on a server, and you won't necessarily have the ability to restore a backup. All right, we'll see Genetic when he gets back. I think I'm going to look at it. I looked at it in a video I just recorded for next week. I looked at basically how much I needed to buy on my single player series in order to own everything I needed. Basically do horses and harvest oat and collect straw and hay for the horses. And it looked like I needed about $350-some thousand to buy everything that I needed. Get the cheapest harvester and whatnot. And at this point I have $150,000. So I need to get another $200,000. Well, I came to the conclusion that it might be more cost effective in 19 economy to actually lease more things than I never really leased in 17. Never made much sense to me because I could buy something, use it, and sell it back, and typically it was just as cost beneficial to do that. But it seems that in 19 your equipment depreciates much faster. So I did a beet harvest and lost like 20 grand as a result of not leasing, buying it, using it for less than an hour, and then selling it back. I lost my shirt. So I'm thinking basically about looking at what I would need to lease all of that items, and then what the daily costs would be, because lots of that stuff you don't really rack up a lot of hours. Like if you lease the water tanker, for example, okay, the only time you actually build hours is the amount of time you're actually hooked up to the water tanker. So if you aren't hooked up to the water tanker, then you're not getting billed hours. I tried that, Rob, and it didn't seem to help much. We'll see on a video on Monday. Basically, I repaired the beet harvester, or the beet topper, and it was still pretty expensive. Pretty big loss. I'm thinking the way they've done the economy in 19, they basically boosted the they've made it more beneficial to actually lease. So I'm thinking it may be more beneficial to lease in the early parts of the game so you can really get your income rolling. Then once you get your income rolling, to slowly replace your leased equipment with purchased equipment. Like a forage wagon, you're only getting racked up time when you're actually going around picking up stuff. But if you're not actually, you know, you only pick up stuff so much. Then you park it in the shed and you don't use it. Cleaned up our mess. Run that row of potatoes. We'll get back on the straight. Run this row. Well, we do have you not seen mowing missions? We did a mowing mission on Wednesday night. I mean, that was darn involved, but man, there was not much payout. I think we got like $3,000 for that. We had to mow it, we had to ted it, rake it, bale it, and haul it. That should have been like 20 grand. That should have paid me 20 grand for all that. Hey Tim, thanks for the sub. You know, it wasn't too bad since we did it in multiplayer. But I can imagine the amount of time that would have taken in single player and only have gotten that little bit of a payout. And it wasn't that we lost a lot of money as a result of needing to lease things either, because I think the leasing cost was only like $500. I did have a really nice paying sugar beet harvest with that Homer. It only took me an hour. It paid out $25,000. So that was a pretty good payout. Now I had a potato harvest. It took almost 3 hours and it only paid me out $14,000. Well, you know, with there isn't a lot of real, well, to pick up bale, if you buy bales at the shop, you need to put bales up on a trailer. So you would either need to have forks and loader arms on your tractor, or have the forklift. If you want to haul pallets of seed back to your shop, you would either need you know, front loader and bucket or in forks, or the forklift. But if you haul it back to your farm, you're probably going to want to unload it. So the need to unload would also then require you to have you know, a means of unloading it at the farm also. So I guess it's real preference where it comes down to. It's personal preference. Hey, look, I'm full.
Just in time.
I think it works best if you barely clip it.
I do like how when you're 18, your tractor is supposed to go out. Takes you a little bit to get the speed.
Yeah, slow acceleration. They got a pretty significant braking effect, though.
Yeah, that's unfortunate. I'll be right back.
Let's run right between these rows and see how well we do. What do you mean, Francois, if you're an immoral farmer making big money? We did find something interesting on that mowing mission. When we were done, we had a bale that we couldn't pick up. It kind of had no collisions on it, and we were like 98% complete on our mission, our contract. So we pretty much had to pick that bale up. So we thought, well, what if we buy a bale at the shop and haul it up there and sell that? Would that qualify? Does the game have a way of differentiating a bale that I buy versus a bale that was made out of that field? So we bought a bale. It sold. We completed our contract. So it's kind of maybe one way of, I guess if you get a mowing mission, you have some bales left over. If you take out the contract and just sell the bales, it may be that you get more money for the contract than you would if you just sold the bales outright. Kind of don't know how many bales you have to sell, so it's kind of a gamble maybe. It was interesting, that discovery nonetheless. All right, that's not a bad row. All three. So I'm going to keep the edge of the, I'm going to keep the right edge of the hood along that line of potatoes. That should work to let us pick up all three rows. We can do a little in-cab driving. I could empty up here at the end of this row.
All right.
Apparently I did find a bug in the contracts. Didn't even know I found a bug. But Ratkin was posting over at FSUK, basically question related to contracts. He's the one that wrote the contract system. And I'd mentioned that I had found that in the weeding missions, let's see if we have any weeding missions here. Oh, no weeding missions listed. But I had mentioned that in a weeding missions that I had done, and I had done quite a few, that the amount that you were going to be paid if you had to lease the equipment was the exact amount that it was going to cost you to lease the equipment. So if you didn't already own a weeder, then doing a weeding mission was a zero gain opportunity. And apparently that's not how it's supposed to work. Run right between those two lines of taters. Hopefully, if things work out right, won't be leaving a little strip. Ah. Let's see. See how you could see how that would be an unscrupulous act. Indeed, if you cancel the contract, the bale should vanish because they were a part of the contract, but they don't vanish. Probably because the game doesn't have any way of differentiating contract bales and just normal bales. Hey Zenik, yeah, I saw CLEP do a video where he was land flipping. I mean, you gotta have a fair bit of money in order to buy the land, and then let's just say mow the grass that's around the field, or buy the land for something that's ready to harvest. Do the harvest, and then sell the land back. Because land doesn't depreciate in value like equipment does. They let you buy the land and sell the land for the same price. Seems to work out well. So let's keep the hood right there on that line. Yep, no interest as long as you do it in the same game day. It is indeed short-term loan gain. Short-term loan, right? How you doing, God Duck? GPS would be quite beneficial. This isn't too bad. If you can identify a visual marker of where you need to be, then you can just keep on it. And it's not too bad other than the fact that you've got to actually pay attention. And we know that Whoopster, who's a part of the Realmus group, I know he's working on a GPS-like product. I think it's more like an auto steer. Screenshots I've seen involve the mod basically identifying the borders of the field, and then I think it basically just auto steers the tractor, around the border. Miss any? Oh, we missed a row. That little groove basically means that there's a little bit of potato there we could still pick up. So he's working on a version of GPS that kind of functions like that. It's believed that the original author of the GPS as we know it from 17 is no longer involved in modding for 17. That he has moved on to cattle and crops. If that's the case, then we're probably may or may not see a conversion of the GPS as we know it. 17. Right. So we're just going to stick down this row, down the middle here, and see how it all works out. Thank you for the sub, Lord Kwanzi. Yeah, I don't see anything really wrong with field flipping. I mean, it's... the game lets you do it. If the game lets you do it, then it's not necessarily wrong. You know, you could argue that the game shouldn't allow you to buy and sell fields with a quick rollover or frequency. Maybe you have to own the field for at least one game day and before you can sell it back. That would require you to you know, have a little bit of interest on that loan. Since there isn't like a land maintenance fee, more land you own, the more maintenance fee you have. Really isn't a negative reason for having land. Hey, I never said the channel was 100% farming accurate, Rob. Yeah, in theory with this thing, you would just make outside, you would just keep constantly running the outside. You keep working your way into the middle. Course play is not in 19. It is going to be a while. They have where they made the post, but basically they said that there's a lot broken. So the UI element, the graphical element that lets you interface with course play, that pops up in the middle of your screen, that's broke. Obviously, harvesting cotton is broke because it's brand new. So Courseplay doesn't know how to deal with the cotton loading trailers, cotton harvester. What else is new? Oats is new, but oats are kind of like, you know, that should be the same as wheat. But basically, it's broke, and it's broke pretty good. And what they're waiting on is they're waiting on Giants to publish some scripting libraries, or basically scripting guides that help you help them understand the changes that they have made at the core aspect of the game in 19. It's important to know that Farm Sim 19 is not just a prettied up Farm Sim 17. They've made some changes under the hood that relate to scripting and other things. So your script-related mods have a lot of scripting aspects to them. They're not necessarily the easiest to port over. You're going to require some fair bit of work and research to figure that out. How close are you to being full?
Less than 3,000 liters.
All right, you going to go ahead and run down there?
Sure.
If we dump one more load, unless you come in here in the field and do it when you get close to 3,000, still going to have 2/3 of a load in me. There isn't for this Lord Kwanzi. This is a closed server at the moment. In fact, this probably is going to be the last stream on this exact server because I'm going to be flipping this server over to do an economy gameplay with a whole bunch of folks. Now we do in my Discord, we do have an open community server for 19 that is running on Ravenport. That if anybody that's a member of my Discord can join and play on that server. So that's one way of participating in a multiplayer. But not tonight. This one is closed off. Basically experimenting and seeing if we can multiplayer start from scratch in a contracting fashion. So we started with 500K and no land, and we're basically trying to contract our way up to a farm. We've managed to buy a small plot of land in a little small field. Got 2 harvesters, 3 tractors, 3 fertilized spreaders. We got a fair bit of equipment. And we can make really good money if we fertilize because we got our own equipment. And as we make more and more money, we'll be able to buy more and more equipment and then make more and more profit with each contract. There is no time limit on contracts, other than the fact that if you're doing a harvest mission, in theory, at some point that field is going to wither if you have withering enabled. And I would assume if you let the field wither, then you would fail the mission. But you're free to take as long or as little time as you want. And you can use your own equipment or you can lease equipment. So we're using leased equipment right now. But you know, the other day we were doing a whole bunch of fertilized missions and we were using our own equipment. And we made like 40 or 50 grand in about an hour with 3 folks doing fertilizing fields missions. That was quick money. This, on the other hand, is not such quick money. See, this trailer, if we use this trailer, then you know, it fits under this quite well. Still down there. This fits under there a lot better. Now this trailer and tractor we own. So we own the Joskin and the Fent. I don't think you can. Pretty sure the least, because it comes up, that message, it's reserved for contract work. I'm pretty sure if you try that, it's going to come up and say, you know, it's reserved for contract work. Now, it might still work, and you just have to ignore that blinking message. Oh, so, okay. You can't take out another contract, but you could use the tractor for your own purposes. And then at some point, get the money from the contract by completing it. Hey, Kiwi, what's up? Well, how many likes are we up to? I can't see them on my side.
Very kind.
Oh, what's Darren doing? Seating?
Losing my shirt over here.
What?
Yeah, they got me putting sugar beets on this field.
How are you losing money? Are you unloading your stuff before you get rid of it? Getting.
I'm unloading it all. I started out with 500,000. I got 486. This leasing stuff's not working.
Maybe the monkey now.
Drive control. Well, that's another mod that the same guy that did GPS did. So if he is no longer doing farm sim mods, then well, then it puts drive control in question as to who's going to step up to be able to convert that. Who's going to step up to convert it? Is the guy going to basically give authorization for it to be converted? That's kind of up in the air. I know there's lots of folks that say they can't play without it, thinking they may need to figure out how to play without it. I'm sure somebody at some point will come along and write something that will do the same thing. But But if it's going to be in the next 2 weeks or the next 2 months, it's hard, you know, the next 6 months, it's hard to say. So just whittle this down. Hey John, what's up? Glad you could come in before hitting the sack. Now the Ropa stuff where it self-levels, that is just so cool. I like this. I mean, this field is flat. All of these fields are flat. But it's just cool. The beacons are so nice now. I mean, look, you can actually see the thing rotating in there. It's just not a rotating light. You can actually see, you know, as if it's the actual light emitter and reflector in there.
I mean, now I gotta go buy another $900 bags worth of seeds to finish this field off with less than 100 yards to.
Oh, what does it say? It's not complete?
Yep.
So you're like 99%? Well, you'll be able to unload the seeder and then use that seed on another seed mission. How much is that going to pay you out?
$6 grand, but you know, after they take the lease crap out of it.
Oh. Is it which season is it in? Is it rifle, bow, black powder? What season is it for you? That up. Kiwi, did you see the map 8.1 is out? Beta?
Yeah.
Let's start converting your map.
I need some help because I'm trying to convert the greenhouses. And for some reason I can't get the textures to work, so I'm gonna wait for Rockcard to get back to me and then I'll message him and ask him for.
Okay.
Well, first off, start deleting all those shader scripts.
No, I fixed all that. That was easy.
Oh. You're crooked.
That was easy to do. You just have to change it from a 3 to a 4.
Oh no, we're not doing a marathon stream. We got another hour. Get this thing done. Get this thing done in that time frame. Let's see, where are we? Put on cruise control and let's just see where we are. 52%. Getting there. And we only got to get 95% of the field harvested. Well, I know it was, I don't know about you, but it was pretty warm today for comparative to the rest of the week. But I do not know what the weather's supposed to look like tomorrow for us. Trying to keep the tractor running right between those two rows. Oh, look at that. Didn't even realize I was that full. Oops. On button. That. Wish this thing would let you unload while you harvested. That would be convenient. Did you all update to 1.13?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I was 113 before the last stream.
Yes.
Alright. I had updated the server the other day, so I was just curious if we'd let lower than 1. I knew if the server was lower than 113, it would let you in for up a level, but so if you go out tomorrow, it's more of a sightseeing trip. Or you can act as spotter. Hey Steve, what's up? Oh, I think you can see what's up with me. We're having fun doing some taters.
Oh, that's interesting. Guess what? I'll just incline.
You saw a blue John Deere tractor pulling a yellow
No,
Kloss mower. I don't know.
no. Auto loading belt. Auto loading belt. And that picks up stuff from the ground. Any guesses on who's working on it?
Right?
It's not out yet. But yeah, you know Stevie?
I think I've heard of somebody know that name.
Yeah, he does a lot of did a lot of Goldcrest base maps. I think you might have reviewed some of his maps for 7.
Yes, I know. Smart.
Yeah. Yeah, well, he's working on one.
All right. Chop this in half, and then we'll just keep whittling away. Ooh, love the whole bending of stuff. It's just nice.
We can post pictures for mods for things that come.
Pictures, the screenshots. Fun.
Yeah, thank you, man.
There we go. Kind of wondering how hard that would be if the
What's that?
that small belt already auto loads from the ground. Just take the trigger out of that and slam it in one of the mother belts and have it.
No, I don't think it does by its game. Because remember in 17 you had to use the smaller conveyor belt, hook it onto the big one, that big one, before it would recognise it. But
Yeah.
yeah, I know what you're...
Take the trigger out of the little one and throw it in the big one, and there you go, right?
Well, I don't know. I'll have a look at it once it comes out and see how he's done it. Has American Eagle released much so far, Klein? Because I know you love.
Not really. Put out an animal fifth wheel animal trailer today that was marginally impressive. Not
Yeah,
wildly impressive.
yeah. It's 5 p.m. Saturday afternoon.
think I'll catch you again at the end of this road. I only got 4,000 liters left. Are you talking with your mic muted again?
Maybe. I was saying I'd be interested to know what the percentage of crops sold is after you get done that load.
Just so you know, John, Auction David is still around. He's working on Rookie Farm.
Take whatever's in there now and I'll run down.
So Auction David's still around. He's currently working on a map. And do not, this is an FY to everyone, do not download Killington or Sandy Bay. They are not official converts from him.
Yep.
They are fandom.
Oh, I wouldn't cry if somebody converted Willow River.
But okay, let me ask you this. Would you cry if they didn't give you credit or not ask you for permission?
Credit is listed.
Let's put it this way. Anybody that I care about that knows I made the map, they know I made it, so it really doesn't.
Oops. I mean, if you look on any of the scrape sites, it lists Auction David as the map creator. He's listed.
Yeah,
he is credited. He is credited. I'm not saying that I agree with it. He is rightfully credited as the map author of that map. Not saying it's right. Not saying that he gave permission. His name is listed as map author. It's not saying, you know, Joe Blow's map converter made Sandy Bay. And lots of folks, as far as they're concerned, feel that that's all that needs to be done is to list the credits. And that's all you need to do as far as they're concerned. Saying it's right is credited in the listing.
Doesn't matter. It is polite. That is why a lot of modders have quit the industry. Is because they're sick and tired of people stealing their work.
Not stealing. It's not stealing. He was credited. Not saying it's right. Politeness doesn't have anything to do with it, because you're going to realize that the world is not polite. It's just how it works. Saying I agree with it, it's just how it works.
Like, as a supporter of Auction David's stuff and Bullet Bill stuff, if I wanted to convert something, I would go to them directly and say, is this okay? And if they came back saying no, then I would respect that. But going out of your way just to release something because you know the community wants that specific map in the new version of Clemson, I do not agree with that at all. Like, I know they're still saying Auction and David in the credits, but that's, in my opinion, that is besides the point.
All right, later, John.
The community could pretty well stop a lot of that.
Later, Haggard.
Stop downloading from the mod sites to do that.
Yeah.
And I agree with you.
The issue is that I would say probably 70% of the player base doesn't have that same sense of responsibility, or they feel that if a name is listed as a credit, doesn't matter where I get it from, they have been credited, so that's just as good as if it came straight from them or not. Not much you can do. Folks that feel that it's wrong, and other folks that feel that, well, it was listed, so that's fine. I didn't claim it was my own work. I just listed him as the original. In fact, I didn't even put my name on it. That's how much I didn't want to take credit away from his work. It's the mindset.
Um, um, Brian, have you tried that trailer out?
What?
The one, have you tried that house trailer out?
Not the one that's posted around, no.
Alright, we're at 66%.
Got,
Okay.
I got a better house trailer that I know was submitted to Mod Hub that's just sitting with testing.
Okay. Well, I don't know, to be quite honest, I don't know why people are starting to submitting mod when the game's not even completely fixed.
And that took us to 70.
I got half of a trailer load in this Joskin.
Maybe we can save that one for last.
Why not submit stuff to the Mod Hub?
Because then if people find out that you're submitting mods already, you'll get daily daily Facebook messages from the community saying, any updates, any updates? The same thing happens with mod maps. Look at what happened with Alien Gyms map. How often would people come into your chat asking, any updates on this map?
Yeah. We're eager and excited.
So,
How
and
goes
I
the
can't,
contracting, Darren?
I can't see Farm Giants releasing any 19 mods apart from the stuff that they've already released or going to release from Giants themselves until the game's fixed. Because look, we only got the GE today. We still don't have any scripting info. As I said, we still don't have any SDK files or tutorials.
Oh, good morning, James. What is up?
That stuff
It is awful early, I guess.
has been submitted.
How early is it for you?
Has been on the pirated version.
Hey, Haggard, what's up?
GE, which is 4 to 5 months old before today's one. And today's Giants editor is only in a beta state, so it's still not the full release of Giants editor. So there's no guarantee that those mods that have already been uploaded are going to pass and go straight onto the mod hub. I can see.
There's never a guarantee any mod that's uploaded is going to pass and go.
Yeah, I know that, but what I mean by that is that there's bound to be some errors in those mods. Like I sent off to Rockhound a 4x map and it had more errors than his current version of his map for 19. So the stuff that's out there, like I'm probably won't be doing your stream, I'll probably go watch your fuel tanker video. The placeable one.
Yeah, there's plenty of junk that's out there right now.
And there's a lot of dodgy converts that are out there.
Yep.
From 17.
There's a lot where they just put a simple little code in the XML to change the paint on different things and put their name on it.
What do you mean by that?
Well, these different tractors coming out where you have all these different colors on them, and all it is 3 lines you add into the XML, and you're...
No, it's not. No, it's not. Not anymore.
Well, that's what I just done.
There's probably different ways of doing it, but from what someone was telling me, it wasn't as easy as that this time around.
Yeah, as soon as you find the biz material map file, you just copy that over and add a preset.
Yeah, most of that's just XML editing. Editor.
Yeah, but for the bigger scripts like follow me, drive control, force play.
Yeah, you just said scripts
Probably.
versus color changing mods or models that are in the game. You all know that scripts are going to take a while because the script
I'm
references
not-
now.
Yeah, I'm not expecting any scripting new scripts for next year. About March next year. Maybe
Christmas will be very sweet.
Nah. Because what we're only 24 days or 25 days away from Christmas now. I can't see Giants. The game is broken still. There are still certain bugs that haven't been fixed. They'll need to get those fixed before they can even think about
bugs in 17 still. Christmas will be very sweet.
And you've got to remember, Giants will shut down for 3 to 4 weeks. Even your business, I think, at the school wherever you work, closes down over
They'll
Christmas.
shut down after Christmas, after it's been very sweet. Then we won't get anything until February. 4:15. Well, good Lord, what are you doing up that early on a Saturday?
And the latest for scripts.
Let's see.
The first script I think will come out will be multi-fruit.
Is it with everyone in the crops?
Now, I need that for my alfalfa. We'll let Kiwi have that.
But, okay, the thing with multi-fruit is there are more crops out there than what's currently in game. You can't tell me, because I know for a fact, Klein, that you played on Rockhound's map. And that's how I possibly found you, was I found you through that series. Which was the Rise of Industry.
No.
Yes. And it was...
No. Never played Rise of Industry. Serenity Valley I played... No. Serenity Valley I played was my custom edit. I took his map, version 4, did some edits, I removed the field, put down a bunch of placeables. Before I knew how to put things in GE, I put down a bunch of placeables. Rockhound saw that, enjoyed it, and as a result, Rise of Industry was created after I was long done playing Serenity Valley. I never played Rise of Industry on the YouTube. Oh, thank you for the 27,000.
All right, I want to come home. Get me out of my farm.
All right. You just go and you click on our farm. You click on your farm and say leave, and then on our farm. All right, you can come home now.
You played it on the June 18th, 2017. You did a 2-hour stream.
That was
on
probably the very last either episode of the Serenity Valley series, or it was a special live stream to basically announce the map.
Hold on, I'm just out for here the start of it. Just
It is crazy.
All right, I'll jump in that stupid thing so you can take this trailer or drive to get a change of scene.
Oh, he's crazy.
What would the JCB?
Hey, Leonardo.
Alright, let me unload it.
I'll go. I'm not sure what you're saying, Leonardo, but thanks for coming into the map, coming into the stream. Got some withered crops over there. Withered corn. See what this gives us. Whoa! Alright. Last time I was driving through here, this tractor kept wanting to veer off to the right. Looks like we're doing pretty good today. I really do like the visual effects of 19. Maybe without all of the excessive light bloom in the morning. I mean, I think that's a bit much. Hey Anthony, what's up? It's about done once we get our potatoes harvested here. Still have some pretty dramatic lighting changes. Lighting transitions. That move at 7:30 was pretty apparent. It's rear steer. Brought that trailer around a little quicker than I wanted it to. It says 82% on the contract. We'll just run back here. Oh, indeed. Indeed, Genetic J. Although I haven't used the big harvester, the self-propelled one with the big wheels in the front. Kind of interested in trying out that, seeing if that makes it any quicker. We're not going to beat it. Not going to beat it. Anybody know where to sell these pallets?
What pallet?
Pallets of stuff.
I don't know what you're talking about, so no, I don't have any clue.
The liquid fertilizer. Where do I sell pallets of liquid fertilizer at?
Can't you, is there a salad trigger at the store?
Supposed to be able to sell them at the normal.
I think you can sell them, at the store, but don't quote me on that. In the vehicle thing. I could be wrong, but that's what I'm thinking.
Oh, look at that glow out in the dark pink tree. Let's go down. This. And guess that's it. Nothing back here. So we need to try to get those and those triggers and see if that works. Let's see.
I'm sorry, Genetic. You were probably waiting in line to do this job like for 2 hours, and I just come back and take it from you. So when I get at the end of the row, I'll let you in it if you want.
There's no need to apologize. That's okay. I'll get it next time. I mean, I don't want to deprive you or anything.
Everything is expensive.
It seems to be 2 rows of fun.
I know what I'll do. Gotta pick up somewhere. Alright, let's ride this. Oh, it's okay. As long as he's having fun. Right?
Besides that, I'm pretty sure I have a dentist appointment to get some teeth pulled.
I was thinking this little retriever had working lights. Alright, so Darren, you've had both the retriever and the gator. Which do you prefer?
The Mahindra.
That's blasphemy. The correct answer was the John Deere.
Wow, if you
Just ask Chad.
edit the horsepower on it so it goes more than 30 miles an hour, then it would definitely be the John.
Alright, let's see. Oh, looky, I can sell this. Don't know how much liquid fertilizer was left, but I sell it.
I think the one was pretty full.
I don't know if they fixed it, but apparently there's a bug where you can sell a pallet that's nearly empty for price. Oh. Better look out. Don't want to have a face full of sunflower seeds. Just rolled over. That even do anything when I hit you?
Yeah, pushed me over a little bit. I see the pipe on the thing rolled you over.
Yeah, I was trying to pull out in front of you, but it turned. I don't know. I haven't gotten in the Gator. Is it a higher resolution interior? This one kind of is a little low resy.
I'm not sure. I mean, it looks pretty good. I know the shifter and everything in it works.
I did see that they put the John Deere as a buyable DLC today. Along with the great Commodore 64 edition.
Just what I need. Alright, 3 more passes both ways and we're done this.
Can't see anything. Oh, let's not run into a tree. Here's the field we mowed the other day. How close are you full on that trailer?
I gotta get rid of this load. Actually, it's full. We're close to it.
I did not, Kyle. I'll take a look at it real quick when I get off here.
I'm empty.
It's okay. I'll just sit here and wait.
I think I liked about 600 liters being full.
It'll take me. It would take me. I would get full before Genetic would get back. So I'll sit here and deal with. Let me just check. Scored now, Kyle.
Well, they actually made it where the trailers full of stuff actually have a little bit of weight.
Oh yeah, I've
feel
looked
like
at
they
that
did.
one. I looked at that one earlier today. The referenced author has a Facebook group. Since I don't have a Facebook account, I can't like see in the group. To see if there's some other trucks or some other versions or newer versions of that. But yeah, that one just seemed a little off when I was just messing with it a little bit. Visually, it looks real nice, but it just seemed to be a little bit off functionally. %92. Fertilizing, plowing, harvesting, cultivating. Sowing. This is the net. I wanna do a mission with this seeder. I want to see how it. Sowing. Oh, field. That one. We harvested that the other day. $8,500. That'll be a nice one. Oh, here's a baling mission. So if you lease it, you get front mower, side mower, tractor, tedder, windrower, a baler, and something to haul the bales in. $2,000 to do all that work on field 24, which is this little field here. And then you got to take all the bales to the barn to get your reward. This should cost. We should get more money for this one. That's a lot of work. You got to mow it, you got to ted it, you got to rake it, you got to bale it, and you got to haul it. You got to do 5 things. Should pay you 10 grand. Well, we did, yeah, we did a mowing mission on field 10. It has grass in it. So we did a mission on field 10, and we had like 8 bales. We had like 8, 9 bales, and we had the Flegel bale things. We had these, so they gave us 2 of these, so we could haul 4 bales on a trip. So we technically had to make 3. No, we had more than. We had like 16 bales on that field, because we had to make like 4 or 5 trips each in order to get that done. Now, if you had your own equipment, that would be a different story, I think. You had a bigger, if it didn't take so long to do. We had fun. We had like 4 people out on the field all at once. We're kind of running out of room. Well, it wouldn't let us. It didn't. We actually ran out of we didn't have enough bales to finish the contract. We had a, let's go up to field 10 and see if it's there. We had some rogue bales that got, so we couldn't haul them. Just drove right through them. So we actually had to buy a bale from the shop in order to complete the contract. Now later we exited the server and came back in.
Well,
And it,
you would have had enough bales if the one hadn't glitched.
trying to see if we, because Raz went back here and he said he couldn't find that bale and that's why. But I'm wondering if it's a similar glitch to what was on a CLEP video, where he was saying that he was, if you load the bales with like the auto loading trailer, then unload the bales, they're in some weird state where you can go around and pick them up. The game will let you pick them up. But if you exit the game and come back in, then they're back to where you can't pick them up. So you pick them up with an auto-loading trailer and then unload them again. I'm wondering if, like, bales went weird. We tried to load them in the loader, but we didn't get them all the way loaded. They fell out or whatever. And as a result of falling out, they were kind of glitched. You know, in single player, it's not that big of a deal because you just save the game, exit, and come back. You know, in multiplayer, you're not always in a position where you could save the game real quick.
Come on, we gotta be getting close. I'm trying to take 3 rows out at a time.
You're 99%.
Yep, 99%. But probably you're going to have to harvest this whole thing and then we'll sell like 3 potatoes and then it'll be 100%. Alright, so let's haul this. Alright, I'm gonna go haul this and should do it. I want to bring the Mahindra back to the tent. All that stuff will vanish when we accept it.
Alright, I mean, you deliver that and we're good to go. I don't need to gain more potatoes.
So do it. I got almost 18,000 liters of potatoes. This has to kick us over that 1%. So even after exiting the game, coming back, they were still glitched out. I had some bales glitch out where I had them in the shredder, and they went to a capacity of 0 liters, but they never vanished. I unloaded them, set them all aside, and they stayed there the whole time. They didn't disappear either after I exited and came back. Guess at that point the only way to get rid of them is to go in the save game, in the vehicles file, and delete them out. Whoa! Missed my turn. Little ride, didn't we? See the long line of traffic. So we established the reason traffic's getting backed up like this after some period of gameplay is due to the train. So as the train goes around, obviously it lowers the gate. These guys stop waiting on the train. Traffic starts to back up. After enough time, all the traffic ends up being in one row, one giant line. Yeah, I mean, if you delete them out of the XML, they're definitely gone. Just gotta be careful on the XML editing that you do, that you don't delete too much or not enough. Comes that train. That's what's causing the traffic all to bunch up. Shoot the gap. Yeah, you can do that. You can back it up. You should back it up. I'll be honest, I never do. I never think about it until after I delete it, save it, and go, oh, I should have backed that up, shouldn't I? But, yeah. Basically get everything from the open bracket, from the bracket item, to the closed bracket item. As long as you take your time and you're careful, you'll be good. Who came down here to the shop to meet us? Darren's down here. This darn steered. There you go. 100%. Alright guys, thanks for coming out and watching. I'm not sure what we're going to be streaming on Monday night. We might be setting up a new multiplayer server on Monday night. It depends on some things. It might be Tuesday night that we do that. But at any rate, next time we'll probably be streaming will be on Monday here on Farm Sim. I might do something different on Saturday. Not sure. going to stream Saturday or Sunday. Just looking at channel for something to be scheduled up. Hey Donnie, thanks for coming by. We are just closing out the stream. Hope you didn't just show up. Until next time, guys. Happy farming.